Long ago, in the heart of the Luo tribe, where the river Nile spread its life-giving waters into Lake Victoria, there lived a wealthy chief named Omondi. His cattle grazed across the green plains, and his granaries overflowed with millet and sorghum. His lands were vast. His people revered him. But his heart was anchored to something beyond riches, a woman named Akeo. Akeo was not from a rich family, but her beauty was like the dawn over the lake. She had skin that glowed like the moon after rain, her eyes that sparkled like the stars, and a heart that beat with kindness. She could weave baskets with hands as delicate as a feather, and sing songs that calm the storms in people's souls. Every man in the village desired her, but she had already given her heart to the noble chief Omondi. However, as their love blossomed, Omondi's brothers grew jealous. They believed Omondi's love for Akeo would weaken his authority as chief. To them, she was just a poor girl unworthy of the prestige their family held. They plotted to drive Akeo away and secure a powerful political marriage for Omondi. Their scheme was to offer Omondi a bride from the wealthiest clan, a union that could bring more power and lands to their family. One evening, as the sun set over Lake Victoria, Omondi's brothers confronted him in the traditional council hut under the light of burning torches. They presented the idea of the new bride, promising political alliances and increased riches. But Omondi, though wise and strong, knew the value of a pure heart. "I am a chief," Omondi said, "but because of the riches not because of the riches in my granaries, but because of the wealth I carry in my heart. Akeo is my choice, and no wealth can replace what I feel for her." His brothers scoffed at his words, but they dared not challenge him openly. In the days that followed, they spread lies about Akeo, accusing her of witchcraft, saying that her beauty was a curse sent to weaken the chief's rule. The elders began to question Omondi's judgment. The village was divided. Those who respected the chief's love and those who swayed by the brothers' lies. Akeo, heartbroken but strong, decided to leave the village to protect Omondi. She knew that her presence was causing unrest. One quiet morning, she walked to the shores of Lake Victoria, where the mist rose over the water, and she said a prayer to the ancestors, seeking guidance. She took a small canoe and set out across the lake, disappearing into horizon. Days passed, and the village fell into chaos. Omondi, though respected, had lost his light. His leadership weakened as he spent his days gazing towards the horizon, waiting for Akeo to return. The village crops began to fail, and the river that once brought them life dried up, as if the land itself reflected Omondi's sorrow. Then one night, as Omondi slept restlessly, he dreamed of Akeo standing at the edge of the lake holding a small fish carved out of wood. She spoke to him. "Omondi, the riches you seek are not in cattle or lands, but in the love you hold for me. Follow the fish and you will find what you've lost." Omondi awoke, and without hesitation, he set out to find Akeo. With the guidance of the dream, he searched the lake and its shores, offering prayers to the spirits of the land and water. After days of wandering, he came across a secluded island, surrounded by the cries of birds and the hum of the water. And there, sitting by a fire, was Akeo, carving the wooden fish from his dream. "I've waited for you," Akeo said, smiling softly. "I knew that you'd find me if your heart remained true." Omondi embraced her, and together they returned to the village. But it was not their riches or status that brought peace back to the land. It was the love they shared, a love that restored the river's flow and brought life back to the fields. The village elders, seeing Omondi's return with Akeo, bowed to the power of their love. His brothers, ashamed of their treachery, left the village and wandered far from home. Omondi's rule flourished from that day forward, not because of his wealth, but because he understood the true riches of the heart. And so, the story of Omondi and Akeo lived on for generations, a reminder to all that wealth may fade, but the treasures of the heart endures forever.